This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away from September to October in 2006 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Frances Bergen. She was born in September 1922 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Frances Bergen was an American actress and fashion model, known for her striking beauty and supporting roles in film and television. She was also the wife of Edgar Bergen and the mother of actress Candice Bergen. Frances had roles in films such as 1953 version of Titanic and American Gigolo, leaving her mark in Hollywood. Tamara Dobson. She was born in May 1947 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 59 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pneumonia. Tamara Dobson was an American actress and fashion model best known for her starring role as a statuesque martial artist trained federal agent in the blaxploitation film Cleopatra Jones in 1973 and its sequel. Her commanding presence and distinctive style made her a prominent figure in 1970s cinema. Dobson's portrayal of a strong female lead resonated with audiences. Phyllis Kirk. She was born in September 1927 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 79 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cerebral aneurysm. Phyllis Kirk was an American actress of film and television, perhaps best known for her role as Faye in the classic 3D horror film House of Wax in 1953, opposite Vincent Price. She also co-starred as Nora Charles in the television adaptation of The Thin Man. Kirk had a varied career, often portraying intelligent and sophisticated characters. Jane Wyatt. She was born in August 1910 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 96 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Jane Wyatt was an American actress who enjoyed a long and distinguished career in film and television. She is most fondly remembered for her role as the ideal 1950s suburban mother, Margaret Anderson, in the beloved television sitcom Father Knows Best, for which she won 3 Emmy Awards. Sci-fi fans also recognize her as Spock's mother in Star Trek. Daniel Wayne Smith. He was born in January 1986 and he died in September 2006. His age was 20 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was accidental drug overdose. Daniel Wayne Smith was the son of model and reality television star Anna Nicole Smith. He was known for his appearances on his mother's reality show, The Anna Nicole Show. His life was tragically cut short at the age of 20 due to an accidental drug overdose, just days after the birth of his half-sister. Pat Crowley. He was born in June 1930 and he died in September 2006. His age was 76 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Pat Crowley was an American actor recognized for his extensive career in film and television, often playing down-to-earth, everyman roles. He was particularly well known for his recurring role as Phil the gruff but lovable bartender and owner of Phil's Bar on the popular sitcom Murphy Brown. Crowley also appeared in films such as Cujo. Arthur Hill. He was born in August 1922 and he died in October 2006. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was Alzheimer's disease. Arthur Hill was a Canadian actor with a long and distinguished career on stage, screen and television. He was acclaimed for his performance in the original Broadway production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, earning a Tony Award. Hill also starred in the film The Andromeda Strain and the television series Owen Marshall, Counselor at Law. Edward Albert. He was born in February 1951 and he died in September 2006. His age was 55 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Edward Albert was an American actor, the son of actor Eddie Albert and actress Margot. He gained early recognition for his Golden Globe-winning role opposite Goldie Hawn in the film Butterflies Are Free in 1972. Albert had a prolific career in both film and television, often playing thoughtful and sensitive characters. Sandy West. She was born in July 1959 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 47 at the time of her death and the reason for her death was lung cancer. Sandy West was an American musician best known as the co-founder and drummer of the pioneering all-female rock band, The Runaways. Her powerful drumming and energetic stage presence were instrumental to the band's hard rock sound. West was a significant figure in breaking down barriers for women in rock music. Mickey Hagate. He was born in January 1926 and he died in September 2006. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was bone marrow cancer. Mickey Hagate was a Hungarian-American actor and bodybuilder, famous for winning the Mr. Universe title in 1955. He was also widely known as the second husband of Hollywood bombshell Jane Mansfield, with whom he starred in several films. Hagate's athletic physique and charismatic personality made him a recognizable figure in the 1950s and 60s. Patricia Kennedy Lford. She was born in May 1924 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 82 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pneumonia. Patricia Kennedy Lford was an American socialite and prominent member of the esteemed Kennedy family, and the sixth of 9 children born to Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. and Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy. She was the sister of President John F. Kennedy and married British actor Peter Lawford. Patricia was also involved in television production and philanthropic endeavors. Robert Earl Jones. He was born in February 1910 and he died in September 2006. His age was 96 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Robert Earl Jones was an American actor with a career spanning over 6 decades, primarily on stage and in film. He was the father of acclaimed actor James Earl Jones. He was known for his powerful presence and appeared in films such as The Sting and had roles in numerous theatrical productions. Etta Baker. She was born in March 1913 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 93 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Etta Baker was an American blues guitarist and singer renowned for her mastery of the Piedmont blues fingerstyle guitar tradition. She was a living legend in blues community, influencing generations of musicians with her intricate and soulful playing. Baker continued to perform and record well in her 90s, preserving a vital form of American music. Freddy Fander. He was born in June 1937 and he died in October 2006. His age was 69 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Freddy Fander was an American Tejano, country and rock and roll musician, known for his unique blend of country and rhythm and blues, often incorporating Spanish lyrics. He achieved mainstream success with hit songs like Before the Next, Teardrop Falls, and Wasted Days and Wasted Nights. Fander was a Grammy Award-winning artist and a cultural icon. George Graves. He was born in September 1927 and he died in September 2006. His age was 79 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was stroke. George Graves was an American bluegrass musician, widely considered one of the most influential dobro players in history. He gained fame as a member of the Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs band, the Foggy Mountain Boys, where his innovative dobro playing helped define the instrument's role in bluegrass. Graves' distinctive style left a lasting impact on the genre. Herbert Ruddley. He was born in March 1910 and he died in September 2006. His age was 96 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was heart attack. Herbert Ruddley was an American actor with a prolific career in film, television, and theater. He was a familiar face in Hollywood, often playing character roles. Ruddley is perhaps best known for his role as Herb Herbert in the television sitcom The Mothers-in-Law and appeared in numerous films including The Seventh Cross. Ann Richards. She was born in September 1933 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 73 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was esophageal cancer. Ann Richards was an American politician who served as the 45th governor of Texas from 1991 to 1995, a trailblazing Democrat. She was known for her sharp wit and progressive policies. Richards gained national prominence with her memorable keynote address at the 1988 Democratic National Convention, solidifying her reputation as a powerful and charismatic speaker. Inolia McMillan. She was born in October 1904 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 102 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart failure. Inolia McMillan was an American educator and civil rights leader, a true pioneer in the fight for equality. She made history as the first female president of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, serving from 1984 to 1990. McMillan dedicated her life to advocating for educational opportunities and civil rights for African Americans. Iva Tiguri Duquino. She was born in July 1916 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 90 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Iva Tiguri was an American citizen of Japanese descent who was controversially prosecuted for treason as Tokyo rose after the Second World War, accused of broadcasting Japanese propaganda to Allied soldiers. While she did work for a Japanese radio station, her conviction was later pardoned. Her life became a symbol of wartime hysteria and questions of loyalty. Anna Politkovskaya. She was born in August 1958 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 48 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was assassination. Anna Politkovskaya was a fearless Russian investigative journalist known for her critical reporting on the Second Chechen War and human rights abuses in Russia. Her brave work earned her international recognition and numerous awards, but also made her a target. She was tragically assassinated in 2006, a crime that remains largely unpublished, highlighting the dangers faced by independent journalists. Bradwell. He was born in June 1970 and he died in October 2006. His age was 36 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was murder. Bradwell was an American activist, videographer, and journalist associated with the independent media collective Indymedia. He was known for documenting social movements and protests, often putting himself in harm's way to capture events. Will was targeted, shot, and killed in Mexico while covering a social conflict, becoming a symbol of journalistic bravery and the risks faced by citizen journalists. Jerry Studs. He was born in May 1937 and he died in October 2006. His age was 69 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pulmonary embolism. Jerry Studs was an American politician who served as a United States representative from Massachusetts, making history as the first openly gay member of the United States Congress. A Democrat, he was a strong advocate for environmental protection and LGBTQ rights. Studs' long career in public service broke barriers and advanced important social causes. Alvin Weinberg. He was born in April 1915 and he died in October 2006. His age was 91 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Alvin Weinberg was an American nuclear physicist and the director of Oak Ridge National Laboratory during and after the Manhattan Project. He was a leading advocate for the safe and peaceful development of nuclear power, championing concepts like the molten salt reactor. Weinberg was a towering figure in nuclear science, grappling with both its promise and perils. Clifford Gears. He was born in August 1926 and he died in October 2006. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a heart surgery. Clifford Gears was a highly influential American cultural anthropologist renowned for his contributions to symbolic anthropology. He championed the concept of thick description, arguing for deeply interpretive analysis of cultural phenomena. Geertz's ethnographic work, particularly on Bali and Java, profoundly shaped the understanding of culture as a system of shared meanings and symbols. Nelly Connelly, she was born in February 1919 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 87 at the time of her death and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Nelly Connelly was the First Lady of Texas from 1963 to 1969 as the wife of Governor John Connelly. She gained historical significance as a survivor of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas, where she was seated in the limousine with her husband and the Kennedys. Nelly Connelly later became an author and philanthropist. Megan Meyer, she was born in November 1992 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 13 at the time of her death and she took her own life. Megan Meyer was an American middle school student who tragically took her own life after being subjected to a severe case of cyberbullying. Her death drew national attention to the devastating consequences of online harassment and led to increased awareness and legislative efforts against cyberbullying. Her story became a catalyst for change in internet safety. Bob Matias, he was born in November 1930 and he died in September 2006. His age was 75 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was cancer. Bob Matias was an American decathlete, actor, and politician, a true athletic prodigy. He famously won 2 Olympic gold medals in the decathlon at the 1948 and 1952 Summer Games, becoming the youngest male Olympic track and field gold medalist. After his athletic career, Matias served as a United States Congressman from California. Red Auerbach, he was born in September 1917 and he died in October 2006. His age was 89 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was heart attack. Red Auerbach was a legendary American basketball coach and executive, widely regarded as one of the greatest figures in NBA history. As the head coach and later general manager of the Boston Celtics, he built a dynasty, leading the team to 9 NBA championships in 11 years. Hourbach was a visionary leader and a fierce competitor. Silas Simmons, he was born in October 1895 and he died in October 2006. His age was 111 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Silas Simmons was an American baseball player who played in the N leagues in the early 20th century. While his professional career was brief, he gained recognition in his later years as one of the last surviving N-League players. At the time of his death at 111, he was believed to be the oldest living former professional baseball player. Byron Nelson, he was born in February 1912 and he died in September 2006. His age was 94 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Byron Nelson was an American professional golfer, widely considered one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. Known as the Lord Byron for his elegant swing and gentlemanly demeanor, he achieved remarkable success including 5 major championships. His incredible 1945 season with 11 consecutive tournament wins remains a record in professional golf. George King, he was born in August 1928 and he died in October 2006. His age was 78 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was undisclosed. George King was an American college basketball coach and athletic director. He coached at West Virginia University, leading them to the 1959 NCAA championship game, and later at Purdue University. King was respected for his coaching acumen and his contributions to collegiate athletics as an administrator. Buck ONeal, he was born in November 1911 and he died in October 2006. His age was 94 at the time of his death and the reason for his death was heart failure and bone marrow cancer. Buck ONeal was an American first baseman and manager of the American League, most notably with the Kansas City Monarchs. A true legend of baseball, he became the first African-American coach in Major League Baseball. ONeal was also a passionate advocate and instrumental figure in the establishment of the N-League Baseball Museum. Glenn Meyer, he was born in December 1954 and he died in October 2006. His age was 51 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Glenn Meyer was an American soccer player and coach who made significant contributions to the sport in the United States. He played for the United States men's national team and later served as assistant coach for the national team, including during the 2002 and 2006 FIFA World Cups. Meyer also coached in Major League Soccer, leaving a lasting impact. Cory Lidle, he was born in March 1972 and he died in October 2006. His age was 34 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was accidental plane crash. Cory Lidle was an American professional baseball pitcher who played for several Major League Baseball teams, including the New York Yankees, Philadelphia Phillies, and Oakland Athletics. Known for his competitive spirit and control on the mound, his career was tragically cut short when he died in a plane crash in New York City. Joe Nikker, he was born in November 1944 and he died in October 2006. His age was 61 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was brain aneurysm. Joe Nikker was an American professional baseball pitcher known for his long and successful career in Major League Baseball, primarily utilizing a knuckleball. He was the brother of fellow knuckleballer Phil Nikker, and together they formed one of the most famous sibling pitching duos in baseball history. Joe was a durable and effective pitcher for over 2 decades. Hilda Terry, she was born in June 1914 and she died in October 2006. Her age was 92 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Hilda Terry was an American cartoonist, notable as pioneer female cartoonist in a male-dominated industry. She was best known for her comic strip Tina, which focused on the adventures of a teenage girl. Terry's work paved the way for future generations of women in cartooning and offered a unique perspective on girlhood. Jane Hope Hastings, she was born in April 1902 and she died in September 2006. Her age was 79 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Jane Hope Hastings was a stage actress. She served as a director of the USO from 1941 to 1955. Her first assignment was in Plymouth, Massachusetts, directing the USO for Camp Edwards. With the USO, she traveled all over the world, from Cape Cod to Alaska, Brazil to Puerto Rico, and New York City to California. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.